Hello, welcome to lesson number 7, where we talk about the elimination diet level 3, which is the standard elimination diet. The standard elimination diet is the most strict out of all the levels I have already introduced to you. In this level, you will be eliminating all potentially triggering foods. I will later on introduce the comprehensive list. The list is very overwhelming, but if you decide to go for this level, you will need to stick to it and eliminate all foods from the list. Plus, if you have eventually identified something else in your preparation phase, you need to add it to that list. This level is the most suitable for people who either feel like they are intolerant to pretty much anything, or for people who don't eat too much processed food, eat slowly, mindfully, but cannot figure out what they are actually intolerant to because they were not able to see any patterns in the food recording journal that they have recorded in the preparation phase. And as I said, this level is very overwhelming, very complex, and very difficult to follow and to actually finish. Because imagine that you need to be removing all of these foods for 3 to 4 weeks. So I would recommend you to only decide to go for this level if you have really valid reason for it. So you need to go back to your food recording journal and see what patterns you can spot. Was there any connection between certain foods you ate and between the symptoms that occurred later on? And as I said, this level is pretty challenging to manage, so you will definitely need to have a plan of substitute meals that you are going to eat instead after you remove the potential trigger foods from your diet. So let's talk about the list of potential trigger foods that may be troublesome for some people. I would highly recommend you to go to the materials for download and download the PDF material for this lesson, where you have everything in one comprehensive table on one sheet of paper. First category are vegetables. Any highly processed veggies that are buttered or fried, plus nightshade vegetables such as tomatoes, eggplant, paprika, or white potatoes. When it comes to fruit, any fruit that is processed. For example, dried fruit with sugar or canned fruit that is again typically coming with sugar. Next category are starches. Any gluten-containing grains. Barley, rye, wheat gluten-containing bread, cereal, crackers, pasta, and wraps. Oats, even those that are gluten-free labeled, corn, soybeans, and soybean products such as edamame, miso, natto, soy sauce, soy milk, tempeh, textured vegetable protein, or tofu. Next category are legumes, such as peanuts or peanut butter, eggs and any egg-containing products, some meat, meat substitutes, fish or seafood, such as beef, processed fish like smoked salmon, canned tuna, fish sticks, processed meat such as bacon, burger patties, canned meats, cold cuts, sausages, deli meats, hot dogs, or any soy-based meat substitutes or seitan. Next category are dairy products, soy milk, oat milk or goat milk, buttermilk, cheese, condensed milk, cottage cheese, creams, ice cream, custard, any non-dairy creamers, sour cream or yogurt. Next category are fats and oils, such as butter, any dips, canola oil, margarine, mayonnaise, processed and hydrogenated oils, spreads, and salad dressings. Next category are beverages, mainly alcohol of any kind, caffeinated beverages such as coffee, black tea, green tea, sodas containing caffeine, energy drinks, or fruit juice. Next category are spices and condiments, barbecue sauce, caviar, cayenne sauce, cayenne pepper, chutney, cream-based sauces, curry, ketchup, mustard, pasta sauce, paprika, relish, soy sauce, any tomato-based sauces, and tzatziki. And last category are sugar and sweeteners. So brown sugar, chocolate, corn syrup, coconut sugar, any desserts, anything containing high fructose corn syrup, honey, jam, maple syrup, raw cane sugar, or white sugar. So here is a green list of things that you are allowed to consume instead, unless obviously some of them has been identified in your preparation phase as potentially triggering. In that case, remove it and put it to your red list. I would highly recommend you to print those lists, put them on your fridge, so you have a really good idea of what is allowed and what not. So here is a list of items that you can eat instead. When it comes to vegetable, you can eat any fresh vegetable, steamed, raw, sauteed or roasted, with exception of tomatoes, eggplant, white potatoes and paprika. When it comes to fruit, you can eat any fresh or frozen fruit that does not contain added sugar. When it comes to starches, you can eat any gluten-free grains such as amaranth, brown rice, buckwheat, millet, quinoa, sorghum and teff. And you can also consume roots and tubers such as beets, parsnip, rutabaga, squash, sweet potato, turnips, taro and yucca. From legumes, you can consume beans, black beans, red kidney beans, pinto beans, lima cranberry beans, or lentils, brown, red, yellow, green. From nuts and seeds, you can eat any tree nuts, such as almonds, Brazil nuts, cashews, hazelnuts, pecans, pistachios, or walnuts. From seeds, you are okay to consume chia seeds, flaxseed, hemp seeds, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds. And it is also okay to consume oil that is made out of any of these nuts or seeds. When it comes to meat substitutes, fish or shellfish, you can consume chicken, duck, lamb, pork, turkey, or wild game, and any fresh fish and seafood, and rice-based protein powder. When it comes to dairy and dairy alternatives, you can consume unsweetened coconut milk, rice milk, almond milk, or hemp milk. From oils, it is perfectly fine to consume olive oil, avocado oil, coconut butter, coconut oil, flaxseed oil, grapeseed oil, or sesame oil. You can also consume unsweetened fresh coconut, olives, or avocados. When it comes to beverages, you can drink water or mineral water and non-caffeinated herbal teas, obviously unsweetened. From spices and condiments, you can use apple cider vinegar and other kinds of vinegar without sugar and flavorings, and sea salt. And it's okay to use most fresh herbs and spices, with the exceptions from the red list. And when it comes to sugar and sweeteners, the only kind of okay to consume is stevia, if needed. So that sums up the list of the items. And you may notice that if you decide to go for this level of the elimination diet, that you will be most likely forced to consume higher amounts of fruits and vegetables. So if you are currently not a big fruit and vegetable eater, be very careful with not eating too big amounts of high fiber foods all at once, because it can cause some unpleasant symptoms such as bloating and gassiness, which can be confused with food intolerance. So increase the portions of the fruits and vegetable gradually and drink 1 or 2 extra glasses of water each day. So that sums up everything about the standard elimination diet, and I will see you in the next lesson.